All right, here we are with the first Meteorite Touch Kit custom made by me. Who else is making these? Nobody, that's who. So if you want to get a custom Meteorite Touch Kit for your museum or school or planetarium or whatever, you know who to talk to. I like using mine every single shift. That's my personal one. Mark 1, this is Mark 2, headed down to the best science education facility in Australia, I would say. Probably can't say the specific customer details for privacy. Maybe that's too much information. Anyway, you can probably guess where. All right, here we go. This is the first touch piece. Just an ordinary chondrite, the most common type of meteorite in the solar system. Check it out. You can see little chondrules there, little tiny circular rocks. The first rocky solids to form in our solar system. Then let's get the angle right to show off those nice metal flashes. This is coated in a protective resin so that the metal doesn't rust. And you can see as the light shines across it, the nice metallic flash. So we've got rock and metal, everything you need for a planet. All right. And when you get an object of this material that's large enough forming, then the gravity sucks all of that metal towards the core, a process known as differentiation. And that's what we have here. So imagine all of those little metal flecks all getting pulled in towards the core of a giant asteroid, and there being a catastrophic collision. Let's see if we can get this one out. Ugh. And that is how you get a metallic meteorite, an iron meteorite, iron with a little bit of nickel. How beautiful is that? All right. And you can use this to talk a little bit about the formation of the planets. You can discuss the links to the Earth's core, so the links between these meteoritic materials and Earth's core, and talk about how we can't analyze Earth's core, but we can analyze these. Pull out a compass. You want to bring a little bit of inquiry into it. Start the Meteorite Touch session by pulling out a compass and just questioning people on what's going on here. This seems like magic. Why is this compass pointing this way? Lead it onto the topic of the core and chat about what that's made out of, and then say, let's check out some of the building blocks for the solar system, see if we can see how that core formed. Bam, there you go. You've got your inquiry, you took your little chat about the formation of the core. Now comes the really crazy part. All right. Oh, also with this piece, you got these nice black melt veins in it. Just trying to show that there. There we go, focus. Black melt veins, melted rock intruded through this asteroid at some point due to a collision. All right, another asteroid smashing into it. Such high energy collision that the rock melts, intrudes, and then forms this nice solidified melt vein. So that's another cool thing. Shows a bit about the violent life of these meteorites. And there's the outside of it. Look, you can see some metal flashes through the outside. Some of that iron nickel material just peering through. Very cool. All right, now comes the really cool part. You chat about how not every meteorite takes not even every meteorite comes from the asteroid belt like these ones, right? Not every single one of them comes from asteroids. Here, we have some planetary meteorites. I won't bother pulling these out, but, you can. Oh, why not? Here we have a lunar, the most affordable lunar, Beshar 003. It's been classified many, many times. Sorry, it's focusing on other stuff there. Let's get that to focus. There we go. And so you can hand your visitors an actual piece of the moon. Yes. And all your school kids in your school, hand them an actual piece of the moon that's been classified in a proper lab and been given a classification name, Beshar 003. Lunar material used to be a lot more than it is now. And so now we can finally get rocks like this into the hands of kids and visitors to educational facilities. It's become affordable. And this one was a real game changer for Martian material. Meteorite 001, still provisionally classified. That means it's classified. It's just, it's submitted. It's just waiting on its name to be approved. So the name might change. And here we are, an actual piece of Mars. This is a whole individual. All of these are whole individuals. I find they work best for Meteorite Touch Kits because you want something robust. You can handle that. You don't have to worry about it breaking. Same with the lunar one and same with the Sikhodelin. So all whole individual fragments that are basically shot off during an airburst and then been molded by hot ablative flight. Check it out. These are all easily cleaned with just an alcohol wipe, except for this one. If you use alcohol wipe on that, it would wipe off the protective coating. So we don't clean that one, but can clean all the rest of them just with alcohol wipes. And then here, something showing the power of these collisions when they come to Earth, an endokyanite, a type of tektite, or as I prefer to call it, an impact glass, the common name for these. And whoops, check that out. Look at this bubbly teardrop-shaped piece of the Earth that has been ejected into the atmosphere, out of the atmosphere into space, and then splashed around the surface of the Earth from the northern part of Australia to southern parts of China. This particular one comes from Thailand, but this is an endokyanite, a piece of the Earth turned to glass by an asteroid impact. It's bubbly. It's got bubbles on the inside. Slice it open, analyze those bubbles, and it'll tell you this impact occurred about 700 to 800,000 years ago. You can tell your visitors that you are holding a piece of impact glass, a piece of the Earth that was turned into glass by an impact 700,000 years ago, that still has sealed within inside it these little time capsules, bubbles of the atmosphere from 700,000 years ago. Kind of like how ice cores can give us information. We could potentially get some information from these as well. These are the 5 samples in the Meteorite Touch Kit, a custom-made one. We wanted something to show a little bit about differentiation and planetary formation, hence these 2 samples showing the iron getting pulled together to form pure iron nickel material. And we wanted to chat a little bit about, or be able to chat a little bit about planetary meteorites and how they get to the Earth, and how this could potentially be a way of studying planets without actually having to go there, and moons. And then a little bit about the effect that these have on Earth. And of course, you can bring that and link that to the massive collision 65 million years ago that killed the dinosaurs. Meteorites, not really in the Australian curriculum, unfortunately, considering that the entire history of life on Earth has been shaped and altered by these things. Probably an important thing to be in the curriculum, but it isn't. Best way for teaching about how a planet and the solar system formed. And also, who cares about education? What about inspiration? Holding a piece of the damn moon in your hands? Nothing competes with that. Holding a piece of Mars? There's not many places on Earth where you can do that, if any.